What's up, everyone? This is Mark from AMT Motorsport, and today we're going to talk about our M80 Toe Links for the C7 Corvette. We'll cover what they are, who actually needs them, and how to install them without even having to take your car back to the alignment shop. The C7 Corvette comes from the factory with a pretty clunky toe link design, different from what they use on the C5 and the C6. They only used the setup on the C7 and went right back to a more traditional toe link on the C8. There are two main issues with this design. First, it uses an eccentric for adjustment, which can slip just like the factory control arms. That's a problem we already addressed with our camber kit. It also makes adjustment difficult and finicky and was likely done just to save GM a couple of bucks. The second issue is that these toe links don't offer enough adjustment range once you start pushing camber beyond about 2.5 degrees, which is a very common number for a track car. So we came up with a design that more closely resembles a traditional toe link, something that's been proven for the last 50 years. This allows for simple and precise adjustment using a standard wrench on the ends instead of fighting with the eccentrics. Rather than using traditional ball joints, we use a high-end spherical bearing from FK Bearing in Connecticut. The aluminum tubes and ears are made from high-strength 7075 aluminum and black anodized for both corrosion resistance and a clean finish. We eliminate the factory eccentrics entirely and replace them with locking plates. And finally, we custom machine the upright pins from 17.4 pH stainless steel. As with everything we do at AMT Motorsport, these are specifically designed and engineered for track use. This is not a flashy performance part that you need to enjoy your car on the street. It's not going to win you any points at a car show, and the factory part works perfectly fine for how 95% of Corvette owners drive their car. But if you're one of the 5% who actually beat the hell out of their car on a racetrack, then these are worth a serious look. The M80 Toe Links are built to keep your alignment where it belongs when it actually matters. Now we're going to show you how to install these things on a C7 Z06. We'll pay specific attention on how we set them up so you don't even need to take the car back for an alignment after swapping out the factory parts. We're doing a lot. All right, so we have our C7 Z06 up on the lift, ready to install and install these things. Alex Lemmy, our engineer and mechanic at AMT Motorsport, is here to guide us through this process. We've already got one side done, so we know what we're doing. So we have it on the lift. You don't have to have it on the lift. You got to get it off the ground. You got to get your wheels off. So as long as you do that, the rest of this really isn't a very difficult process. The important thing that we want you to know is that we're removing a toe link, and this is the key to setting your toe, which is obviously a very critical part of driving this car fast. So I would love to not have to take this thing to an alignment shop when you install our parts. So we're going to show you our trick that we use to set our new parts exactly where the old parts were, so you don't need to get it aligned anywhere. And that is with a $13 Harbor Freight laser. Any magnetic laser will do. We like the cheapest ones we can find. As you can probably see, it shoots a beam all the way down to our floor, where I'm simply going to, if you want to use a piece of tape because you care about your shop floor, do that. I'll mark in the front.
You can't see the laser in the video, but as long as I know that, there's a laser.
You really can't see it?
Oh, wait, this one I can probably... No, I can see that.
And a mark in the back. So now we've got a real long plane, a real long line. We're accurate within far less than a millimeter when we stretch things out that far. So now we can visually just check and line up with our marks to make sure things are perfect. So now we've got that set. We're ready to do our thing, I'd say. What happens first, Alexander?
All right, so you're gonna have two 18mm bolts. This one's a nut, this one's gonna be a bolt. You're gonna need a wrench on this side. I already cracked this one loose just for ease of install here for the video. I'll go ahead and grab an impact for the upper one here with the eccentric and we'll pop that thing right off. All right, we're gonna do the upper side here to start off here. So you're gonna have an 18mm here and then an 18mm here. I like to use a wrench on the one side, kind of reach right up in there. And then I'll just stick the impact up on this one here. This thing should just pop right out nice and easy.
I could help him with this, but I'm going to let him do it all by himself. So you can see a one-man operation can get this done no problem.
All right. So, go ahead and pull this thing out here, no problem.
Drop a nut in your face. Drop a nut in your face. Sorry.
All right, so now the car side is completely detached, as you can see. Now for the ease of the video here, I've already loosened this nut completely, and you can see that ball joint just popped right out of there. If you have trouble getting this ball joint out, you can take a little ball peen hammer, and if you just tap really lightly right on that circle there, it should help to free up that thing and pop it out with no issues. That's the trick we like to use. So go ahead and pop that thing out. Now, this thing should drop right on out of here.
And of course,
just like
our toe is now completely all over the place, right? So that's why God made lasers and we made our marks on the ground. So when we install these things, we're just going to line them right back up.
Let's
But
see that action. Let's see that swinging it out action.
there's our toe. We've got a little wonky toe problem right now.
Oh, yeah, you see the laser.
Laser.
There it is. Yes. So see your laser drifting all out of whack with your previous one.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing to note when you do this, it's not completely necessary. You can definitely place the laser back on the rotor if you happen to bump it or something like that. But if you can leave that thing attached to the rotor in the same orientation, that definitely just helps with the accuracy of everything. One thing you'll notice is one thing we like to do is we actually draw a Sharpie line just right on the side of our laser. And that just helps keep everything aligned in a nice orientation.
Sorry, these rotors are a little wonky, right? There's a lip on them, there's a ridge on them. So again, I mean, we've taken it on and off a million times. You get it back in the relative ballpark and the thing is damn accurate to the floor. So just it's good to, if your laser falls off, try and put it back in the same place.
All right, so now that we've removed our factory toe link, we're gonna go ahead and grab our M80. One thing to note here is when we send these things to you guys, they're already at approximately the factory length. We don't get them perfect, but we get them as close as we can so we kind of tighten the jam nuts down. Before we do this install, we definitely like to loosen these jam nuts up a little bit. It's a lot easier to do when these are off the car as opposed to up in the car. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to get a wrench on there. So to start off, we'll just go ahead and take this bolt out and remove the plates on the end here. Just like that. I'm going to hand these over to Mark here.
Got it.
And hold some stuff for me.
I'm good for something.
I'll take this nut off too. Go ahead there.
Dig it.
I'm going to take this thing. I'm just going to stick it up into the cradle.
Please put it over your sway bar, by the way.
Yeah,
I'll
over
try
your
and wedge
sway
it through
bar
there.
and underneath. I think this is your parking brake. I don't really remember.
That's a parking brake.
Yeah, something like that. All right, so we kind of get that thing loosely sitting in there, and then Mark's going to hand me my bolt here. And it doesn't really matter which direction you put this plate on. I kind of like to do them the same direction on both sides. So I'm going to do that.
So there we are removing the factory eccentric. Those silly things also slip, just like the control arms can slip. So just one more thing, one more failure point we're getting rid of here. Alex is checking to make sure things are perfect.
That's why I check. I did it backwards.
See, I would never do that, but Alex is doing. That's why he's the man. And you find that it's easier one way or the other?
No. I typically like to do bolt heads towards the front of the car. I think that's why I did it on that side. Just
Let's talk about a silly thing. A customer called us one time and said, "Which way does this plate go?" And it's okay. Yeah. It's okay, but is it? We think it's obvious, but maybe it's not. So they go the longer way so that they fit in your cradle perfectly with basically zero slop whatsoever. And the thing's flopping around, you got it in the wrong way.
There. I'll slap that on there. Cool. Then we're going to tighten this thing to 45 foot-pounds. And this is a 19 millimeter, not the same 18 millimeter that's on the factory.
Very intense.
Oh, you know what?
If you want me to cheat, give you a second hand, I will.
Yeah, it might be useful. Should probably just impact this thing on, but we're going to do it the right way.
You want me to do something?
I think I'm all right. Do this for about 5 minutes. Go.
All right.
So then, I'm going to come right up to the front side here. I'm just going to kind of pull everything into place.
Of note, another thing that customers will say is, "Hey, how come there's this giant gap here between the spindle and the the neck, if you will, of the pin?" That's because the factory ones have a boot there. You just don't see it. So everything is designed exactly around factory. That is the same gap from the factory. You just see it because we don't have a rubber boot there.
Take this nut and put this nut up on here. And this one can be kind of tricky to get a proper torque wrench on, so we like to use just a little ratcheting wrench if we can get it in there.
And we go back to the good old Ugga-Dugga scale.
Good and tight.
Oh, we're slipping on there. So if that happens, you can just grab a wrench. Do that on the other side here.
Sometimes you need that wrench, sometimes you don't.
I'm going the right way. Oh, I was going the right way. Come on. That's 45.
Perfect. All right, so Alexander, this thing is installed. All we need to do, look at it. Can you see that, Mark? He literally just chucked it up in there and got it perfect. Look, see that? So our laser beam is right on the mark we made on the rear of the car. You probably can't see the laser up here, but that is dead nuts with the front.
Well, so just for the video's sake, we'll go ahead and mess this up just a little bit.
Go ahead, Kev.
You can see down there, I'm moving that thing all around.
Your toe is off right now.
All right, so if your toe looked like that when you threw it up in there, you could just take your adjustment here. You're just gonna spin your toe rod until you get that line matched back up to your little tick mark on the floor, and you're ready to go.
And obviously, we are not aligning the car. We have no idea what the toe setting is right now. The car is in the air, everything's in full droop. All we're doing is setting it to exactly where it left. So you assume that your toe is good. You're setting it right back to where you left it. We know that obviously we are not setting a proper toe measurement on the car. We're just getting it back to wherever it was from the factory.
Here's a dumb question. So there's nothing stopped. I mean, other than you're doing it with your hand, but is there something that locks this so this can't spin?
That locking nut.
Of course, yeah. So we're gonna have these two jam nuts at the top and bottom here. And now that we have our toe set to where we want it to, just gonna go ahead and spin these things down. And then you're gonna grab a 19mm wrench for the body here, and then a 24mm wrench for the lock nuts down on the end. And you can just cinch those down.
Good and tight.
Good and tight. This is always fun to get lined up because they like to spin.
That seems stupid easy.
It's
Thanks.
pretty easy.
That's how we like to make things. Stupid and easy.
This one's fun.
This is the one that's less easy. You don't have
How
much.
do we do this? We just did this.
You don't have much space back
We
there.
got one up here somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Get it right there.
I can't see it, but it's okay. I trust you that.
You got the idea there?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the idea.
Super good enough, right?
Cool.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
So that's everything you need to know about our M80 Toe Links. If you're just cruising around on the street, you don't need these, and that's fine. But if you're really driving your car to the limit of performance, this is one of those parts that stops problems before they start. We'll see you at the track.